Hi, my name is Francisco Bujan and I'm your host here on vitalcoaching.com. Today I would like to share with you a couple of tips about Sanskrit and more specifically how to use Sanskrit in your daily life. Maybe if you are familiar with Sanskrit, you know already that Sanskrit is the ancient language of India. Basically, most of the Hindu scriptures are written in Sanskrit, for instance, the Vedas that you have, in India. So when we talk about Sanskrit, Sanskrit is really the ancient version of what would be modern Hindi. It is a little bit the same as comparing, for instance, ancient Greek with modern Greek. Sanskrit is really an ancient language which is no longer used, as a spoken language daily. But the magic of Sanskrit is really that it's a very rich language in terms of divine words, in terms of divine names, in terms of concepts and cosmic concepts that you can apply and use in your daily life. Now, for instance, if you check English, it's a very simple language, right? It's based on very practical things on daily life. Now, with Sanskrit, what you can do is go all the way back and reinvoke concepts, ideas, and energies that use very specific words and very specific terms. So the way you can use Sanskrit is really in a meditation form. For instance, you can concentrate on certain terms, certain words. For instance, if you want to invoke the idea of love or the concept of love, you can focus on the word anurakti. And this is a very specific word, right? Now, when you start meditating on it, what will happen is that you close your eyes and you focus on the word anurakti, and after a while, you feel the energy of love really waking up in you. And of course, it takes a little bit more than 5 minutes practice to embody this. You will have to practice it a little bit longer, of course, but you realize that after a while, this kind of energy starts embodying itself and waking up in you. Now, if we look at a more practical and way of really applying this same technique, but then writing it down will have the same kind of effect. You notice that when you meditate on it, it remains a formless energy. It means that there is no memory of your meditation in a written form. It will transform your body. It will have an effect in terms of biochemicals which are produced in your body. It means that slowly your body readapts to the idea of love and starts embodying this specific concept or this specific idea. Now, if you want to take this one step further, you can write the word down in its calligraphic form. You can write the word anurakti. I will show you how it works. For instance, if I write now the word anurakti, okay, I write it quickly here. It will look something like that. So what you can do is very simple. When you feel during the day that you want to invoke this idea or this concept and make it really part of your life, you can write down the calligraphy. And what you will do is repeat the writing over and over again as many times as you want, anytime you want to invoke this concept or idea. And every time you write it down, you are sending a message to your subconscious mind. You are telling it, this is what I want to focus on. This is the concept I want to focus on. You will notice that in this practice there is nothing religious. It's a pure mental or mind practice. It's really a way of reprogramming your mind to focus on a certain idea or concept. Now what will happen is that once you have this word around, you can post it on your fridge, you can keep it around, and basically this will keep on inviting this energy into your life. You notice that, for instance, if you check what is around in your life, right, the objects and the things which are written around, very often these are very insignificant objects, things that don't have a real value, except maybe an emotional value, like you feel emotionally connected to them because they remind you of something. Now, when you have something like this word, anurakti, written around, it will keep on radiating and impacting in your mind and reminding you of this concept and idea. It's much more interesting than having bills sitting around, right? And the good news, the thing which is incredible, is that you can keep on repeating that over and over again. If you come into the place where I live now, you will notice that I have somewhere in some places of the house simply piles of calligraphies. I have like hundreds of pages which have been accumulating over the years, and literally this reminds me of a certain of a certain idea or concept that I want to bring into my life. And you can use the word Anurakti, you can use words which are more God invocations. For instance, you can write down the calligraphy Om Namah Shivaya. For instance, you can invoke the force of Shakti or the force of Kali or the force of Krishna if you are into that. And you can also simply keep on focusing on this kind of concept, like for instance a concept or idea of love, Anurakti. Or you can, for instance, there is another word which is one which is very specific, which is the word Adhikaranya, which focuses on reconnecting yourself with your destiny line. As you can see, there are lots and lots of concepts, lots of ideas and mindsets you can really invoke into your life by using these calligraphies in Sanskrit. And this is very, very powerful, I can tell you. There are not many techniques out there that you can use really to invoke a certain energy or a certain concept in your existence. And the moment you focus on it, you will notice that it starts activating or attracting this energy into your existence. And this happens, within a period of a couple of weeks, maybe practicing a certain technique or invoking a certain energy or a certain Sanskrit word into your life. You will notice that this energy starts working inside of you straight away. Okay? I hope this makes sense. There is of course much more on the site. If you are viewing this video from another site, you go back to vitalcoaching.com. This is where you can find more information on Sanskrit calligraphies and how to use them. You will find also other words or the terms that you can use to invoke very specific energies. And my advice is very simple. Go ahead and use it. Try it. Experiment with it. Learn how to write a couple of words and start practicing them. And once you get familiar with one or two calligraphies, then you can expand and see what the impact is. Literally, when you think of Sanskrit, it's like a gold mine of potential, a gold mine of energies and of concepts and qualities that you can invoke into your life. It is a little bit like having the key for a specific door that you can open in your mind. And this is really like having a gold mine of resources that you can invoke whenever you want to. Okay, this is all for now. I will come back maybe later with some more advices on Sanskrit techniques and Sanskrit calligraphies. Take care for now and have a great day. Bye bye.